Thank you very much. Good evening. It's great to be back in Altoona. Everything's fine in Cleveland. I'm sure you're all concerned about that. But the Corbos have made Cleveland their home for over 40 years, and I can't just understand why 80% of the people hate Cleveland, and the other 20% just plain can't stand it. But it's really a great place to live. Today is a happy day for the Corbo family, a true celebration in which we salute our father, Tom Corbo's induction into the Blair County Hall of Fame. Buck Donnelly, my dad's coach at Duquesne in Cleveland, was going to do the honors today, but he's recovering from heart surgery, and we wish him well. We were lucky to have a great father, and if time allowed, I could talk about him for hours. He was our inspiration when we were growing up in Cleveland. How proud we were to have a father that had played pro football. Cleveland was a football town, and everybody talked football. Obviously, I never had the privilege of seeing Tom Corbo play football, except in the old film clips. It was a different era, the 40s, leather helmets and shoulder pads. Players played both ways, offense and defense. No face masks, no AstroTurf, no indoor stadiums, and unfortunately, no big money. They played for fun and they played to win. Forget about air travel. There was no air travel. So they rode the trains coast to coast, and they'd stop to practice along the tracks. Our uncles told us of how they traveled by train to Chicago to see him play football. And he played against such greats as Bulldog Turner. Tom Corbo was a hard hitter. How do I know? Well, every time I walked by him in the home, I had to have both feet solidly planted or he'd knock me silly. And if I asked him, what did I do wrong? What's that for? I'd say, that's just in case you do something. So, his best techniques, I think, were revealed to us as kids during our annual Easter trip to Altoona. With 8 kids in the station wagon, my mom and dad would head off. By the time the 7 boys and 1 girl reached the PA border, all sorts of fights and commotions would break out. The fighting would be settled by my dad with one hand on the wheel and the other one swinging, shouting, "Sit down and be quiet." Although I don't think he used that language, but all 7 of us boys did play football. I think we were better trained for boxing with all that ducking. But in all seriousness, if you wanted to learn a lot about life by example, all you had to do is observe him work. He taught school, coached, and was athletic director, worked 2 jobs during the summer to support our large family of 10. He never pushed us to go into sports. He wanted us to want to have the right to go out on our own, and that's very important today. He taught us perseverance. His story is how told a story about how over 200 people tried out for the Duquesne football team, and his dad and brother came out and said, "Tom, let's go home. It looks hopeless." He said, "No, I'm going to make the team," and he did make the team. 16 players made the team, and he went on to be an undefeated senior that year. He taught us sacrifice. He never had a new car while we were growing up, and it taught us that, you know, there's things that are more important than money. He taught us to do right. When in question, just do the right thing. It worked as all of us got involved in school and sports and took the right path in life. If you looked in the Corbo dictionary under Tom Corbo, you'll find the definition of hero, winner, father, educator, football player, and gentleman. He's a tough guy with a heart of gold. Thank you.